Hi everyone, it's Jessica here, and I'm just going to check and make sure that I am streaming live. We should be live both in our Double the Stitches community group, and also I was able to add it to the main Double the Stitches Facebook page, the public page, so that if anyone was interested in learning more, then they can. So this will be available as a replay, so if you have to hop off for a few minutes to take care of something, you can catch it later. But if you are joining me live, please say hi and let me know that you're here. And I'm going to take a quick second while as we get going and just pin this video to the featured section of our group so that hopefully it will make it easier for more friends to find the video. So it looks like we've got a bunch of people joining, watching us. So let me know where you're joining me from, what you're up to, if you have any plans this weekend. I'd love to know what's going on with you and in your neck of the woods. So we've got a few people saying hi. We've got Sally saying hi, Debbie saying hello from chilly Pennsylvania and hello from cold Michigan. And so if you want, you do have the ability, there should be a link at the top of the video in the comments. Before leaving a comment, if you would like, you can grant StreamYard, which is the app that I'm using to go live right now, permission to see just your name and your profile picture. So that it would appear like this, I can share with everyone your comments as we go. So you can grant permission if you'd like by clicking that link, or you could do what Shari just did here, which was she typed her name along with the comment, but it makes it easier and more friendly for all of us if we can all kind of chat together. So that banner wasn't supposed to be live. I have this big announcement and I might have given it away. If you caught the banner, then you saw the information. And so we've got hi from Oregon, and we've got hi, I'm here. Hi, all. So I'm so glad that so many of you are joining me. So keep commenting in the chat, and as you can see, I can see what you're writing, and we can chat kind of as we go. Hello, Betty Sue from South Carolina, and hi, friends from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Now I'm going to guess that's Anna. Is that you? I know that you had an appointment this afternoon, and so I think that might be you. So I have some fun things to share with you all. I'm going to share some slides with more information for you and talk about it all. I'm here. So I'm Jessica. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jessica from Double the Stitches. It's a brand name that I dreamed up one sleepless night with newborn twins on very, very little sleep. And I realized that if I ever wanted to make handmade things, knits and crochets for my children, because they're twins, I was going to need double the stitches. And a lot of people say, oh, two for the price of one. Not the case. It is 100% two for the price of two, except maybe for birthday parties, we get to throw one much bigger joint party. So two for the price of two. And I'll get back to that in a few minutes, but I wanted to make some announcements and let you know what is happening, because we've got a workshop coming up that I'm really excited about. And I'm going to, let's see what the best way to do this might be. All right, so here I am in the bottom of your screen. And as I said, I invited you all to join me for this special workshop update. And one of my most favorite things, I design knitting patterns, and I also am an instructor. So I teach in person. I run a local library group. I have taught for a couple of years in my local yarn shop, and now, since kind of everything has gone digital, Zoom has become a thing that is part of a lot of our lives these days, some more than others. But so I also teach online. And I've taken workshops myself because I am I like to consider myself a lifelong learner, and that is one of the things that I love about knitting and crocheting. Um, there's always something new to learn, and whether it's a different tip or trick or technique, a way of doing something that maybe makes it easier to do, a different skill that you haven't done before. So there's always something new, a different, way of constructing something. There's new stuff, always to learn. Oh, Anna says, does everyone have a locked screen? Huh. I hope that you're all seeing me, but I wonder if it's freezing. If it's freezing, I will pause and come back on again. Um, so if you're watching, if you see, I'm gonna change my screen to the next slide. Sally says, I see you fine. Okay. You are not frozen, so maybe it's a Wi-Fi thing. So, like, I'm a lifelong learner. I love knitting and I love teaching. I love that moment, of seeing a student really get it, of really that where they light up and they learn something that helps them, something that makes things easier, relieves frustration. And so I wanted to teach something new. And so, or revisit, a topic that I've done before. And so I made a poll in the group, a couple of weeks ago, 10 days ago, on February 14th, a poll asking you, members of my Facebook group, of my community and my email list, which of these short, low cost live workshops would you pick to attend? And so there were a few topics, and Oops, Fix Your Knitting Mistakes won by quite a bit, as you can see. So it's not that I won't teach the other topics, but this is the one that I'm going to teach first. It is something that I previously taught, a workshop through the Making app, and I've kind of revamped it, revised it, and made it, I think, even better. Because it was taught through the workshop, I was limited a little bit to what I can do, and how I could teach it. And so because now, it's been a few months, and so now I am teaching it, on my own platform, so it gives me much more flexibility of how I can run the class and what I can offer you. So, um, I'm thinking that a lot of you might feel like this woman. And I was joking with a friend, her name is Sandra. We were looking at this picture yesterday, actually, and she said, I don't look this put together when I am struggling with my knitting. I've got a messy butt, and I agreed with her wholeheartedly. I do not have my makeup done. I mean, her hair's a little bit messed, but I do not look this put together when I am having struggles with my knitting. But I thought that, she kind of represented a lot of how some of us might be feeling when we have a mistake in our knitting. Maybe more like this, that moment when you realize that you made a mistake 26 rows ago, knowing that you have, hours and hours to potentially spend undoing your work and redoing your work. And that is really the worst feeling. Or oops, I frogged it again. I thought this one made me chuckle, because it's a knitted frog. And maybe I should have knit one instead of purl two, with an adorable kitty cat there. So we are going to dive into, I'm going to offer the Oops workshop, where you will learn to fix your own knitting mistakes. Now, having experience, kind of in two in-person scenarios, where people have come to me with mistakes. And one of them was, when I was working in the local yarn shop, and I was just really learning, just really getting, a handle, on different ways to fix knitting mistakes. But that was one of the things that so many people would bring their knitting projects that were in timeout because it was the knitting that was bad and not the knitter who made the mistake. Bring them into the yarn shop to have the projects fixed so that they could get back on track. Sort of a yarn or a project hospital, as you would. And then the other is in my local library group that I run. People often come in with mistakes where they have, maybe it's a stitch that is twisted and they want to fix it. They should have purled instead of knit. They were following a pattern and they just, kind of got off track. Um, and it really is, it's great to have someone that you can come to fix things for you, but it is life-changing to know how to fix your own knitting mistakes, to be able to recognize what the error was and know how to fix it and get back on track and continue enjoying your knitting time, because nobody enjoys taking out their work and starting over or throwing it in the trash because you just can't figure it out, or and you can't rescue the yarn and it's just too frustrating. I've even had people say that, they're so frustrated, they kind of almost want to give up on knitting, and don't do that. Join me for this class and I will teach you um, these essential skills. And these are great skills to have, whether you've been knitting for 6 months and you're kind of a beginner, or whether you've been knitting for 60 years. And it really kind of spans all knitting skill levels. It is the single thing that has made the biggest difference in my own knitting. It has given me the confidence to feel like I can really tackle any project. So that wording's getting hidden. I'm going to move my little box over here. So in about 90 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to read your knitting so that you'll be able to recognize stitch orientation, recognize stitches within pattern repeats, fix simple mistakes like switching a knit for a purl and vice versa. And believe it or not, picking up a dropped stitch on stockinette or garter stitch is really not that difficult. It's just a matter of knowing what to do and how to do it. And we'll also dive into some more complex mistakes, things that come up that maybe make people fearful of knitting lace, for example, or more detailed patterns. So whether you have a yarn over that you missed completely or fell off the needle, maybe you made an accidental yarn over. That's one of the things I see so often in Facebook groups, where people take a picture of their knitting and say, what did I do wrong? And they made an accidental yarn over. And so how to fix that and neaten up your knitting, and also how to change incorrect decreases. So if you did a knit two together instead of a slip slip knit, then you've got a decrease that leans in the wrong direction, and that can really mess with a pattern, especially like lace, or if you're knitting, a sweater with raglan decreases, and the stitches need to lean in a certain direction to make that pretty line. So I'll teach you how to fix that. And then I'm also adding a bonus lesson. We're going to talk about what are lifelines. So let me know in the comments, do you know what a lifeline is? It's something that I call sanity savers, that my friend Magda, who's also another knitwear designer and instructor, they're sanity savers, and there's different ways that you can use them. And I'm going to go through all of that for you. And so we'll be together for about 90 minutes live for the class, but then you'll have access to the replays for the class, which is really comes in handy. Even if the timing of this class isn't exactly right for you, I really think that you should grab the class. You'll have access to the replays after the class has finished. I'm going to take the big recording. I'm going to break it down into bite-sized, easy to follow, easy to digest, to consume content within a classroom for you, so that you can get exactly what you need when you need it. So you won't have to fast forward and rewind through a 90-minute video. I'll break it down by each type of the mistake and the video that goes with it. And so that'll all be easy for you to access. So dates and times are important information. Like I said, you do get replay access, lifetime replay access included in your class. but we're gonna do this live because that is, I think, I recorded workshops are great, but I find myself I sign up for a lot of things, I'll admit it, but if there isn't a live component to it, sometimes I keep putting it off and saying, "Oh, I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it next week. I'll take care of it next week." I know I have it if I need it, which is absolutely true, but I think that you learn more when you are together, in person learning something. And so I'm offering 2 class sessions. They'll both be at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and I added the other time zones there for you too. So the first one is on Thursday, March 16th. At 1 o'clock Eastern, and the second one is on 2 days later on Saturday, March 18th. So they'll be in the afternoon, which should accommodate all the different time zones. I know we have people from different countries that are watching us too. Um, and so the timing I think will work. We have some friends that are in the UK, in England, and so for them it would be, I think, 6 o'clock Eastern, which is not too late. We have members that have come to my Zooms before where it's at 7 o'clock at night Eastern, which, trying to accommodate work schedules for people in the US. And it's, very, very late for our UK friends. So I tried to pick something in the afternoon, and hopefully that will work for you. But again, you get replay access. And another friend, Carol, I don't know if she's watching or not, but she pointed out. So she just taught a Japanese sashiko workshop, which is mending, and she's running it again. And she said the great thing about offering the class twice is that if you come to the first class and then you think of questions that you didn't get a chance to ask, you can bring them to the second class and get an answer, to your struggle or your problem, get that answered live. So that's another real benefit to offering the class twice. So you have that option. Um, Oh, and Sally just asked a question. Would we bring the mistakes we have in our own work? So you absolutely can. If you know that you're bringing a mistake with you to class, um, you're welcome to bring anything. But if you happen to have something very specific in mind that you're struggling with, send me an email or a message, send me a picture of it, and that will make it easier for me to talk about it, and get ready to make sure that I can help you as best as possible. But I will take questions live. So during the 90 minutes, we'll also have some time for some Q&A. Um, and so the registration is open. What I realized that I don't have here on my slide is, so this is the link. I'm going to put the link down here. So this is the Oops, Fix Your Mistakes workshop link. It won't be active on the screen, but as soon as we get off here, I'm going to go ahead and put a clickable link in the comments of this video, which will make it much easier for you to access it. But it's doublethestitches.com/oops-workshop. And I am going to share my screen for a minute and show you the pricing options, because I realized that that is not here. So let me get that ready to show you, because I don't want to have you watch me scroll and make you dizzy. Okay, so there's a couple options as far as, whoop, I want to share my screen. And I want to share this part of the page. So this has the pricing options for the workshop. So there's 2 different ways that you can gain access to the workshop. The workshop itself is $28 for an early bird price, and that is until I think it's Wednesday, March 15th, is $28. After that, the price of the workshop will go up. And so you'll get the workshop. You can attend one of the 2 sessions or both. And you'll also get the lifetime access, the replay. The second option is that I have something called the Stitch Society membership, and part of the benefits of the membership, um, and I'll go, talk about all the benefits, but one of those is that you get a free ticket to the live Oops workshop, as well as everything else that's inside the membership. And so that is $18 a month, which is a better value than paying just for the workshop. So you get a free knitting pattern from me every month. You get access to my Stitch and Technique library. I'm doing an exclusive class for the membership coming up. It may be released later, but not for at least 6 months. And we're going to do a taste of brioche, which is going to be a lot of fun. We'll do a small project and really get a feel for different brioche stitches. And we'll touch on also some increases and decreases. So that's an exclusive class that I will be running just for members of the Stitch Society. We also get together twice a month for a social stitch session on Zoom. If you join today or tomorrow, you'd be welcome to join us for our next one, which happens to be on Sunday. Once a month, I interview a fiber friend, and that is someone in the knitting world. I've had my favorite Notions tool maker, Dawn from Twice Shared Sheep, joined me. I had Carrie from the Spinning Hand, who runs along. I work with her as the lead designer, but she owns and runs a luxury knitting subscription box. I had Chris and Linda from Eagle Bend Alpaca Farm joined me. I had Emily from Woolen Palette Yarn. She came and we talked all about color. So you get access to all of these interviews when you join. Those are recorded, and so you can watch them anytime. You get priority pattern support from me if you need help with one of my patterns. I've recorded videos for members to walk them through something that they were struggling with. And just concierge level support from on my patterns as part of the Stitch Society. And we also have a private community group. And you also get two fabulous bonus workshops. You'll get the Beginner's Guide to Lace Knitting and Conquer Cable Knitting. So that's $18 a month. If you click on this button that says I want both, then you'll get all of the details about the membership as well. And some other payment plan options. So I'm just popping in to see if anyone has any questions. Oh, Sally, who's a member, said the membership is fabulous and I'm so very glad I joined. Well worth the cost. That's so kind of you, Sally. I really appreciate that. And I can't wait. I hope you'll be able to join us on Sunday. So that is the workshop. The Oops workshop. That's a little bit about the membership, and I'll talk more about that, as we go. But if anyone has any questions about the workshop, about the membership, feel free, reach out to me. Let me know how I can help you. And there'll be some posts, coming in the next few weeks, wondering what your biggest struggles are, how I can help you within this workshop. And so that I want to make sure that I am covering topics that that are important to you. So membership is open. It will be for the Stitch Society. The membership will be closing in March. And when I do reopen it, I'm really not sure when, but if I do reopen it, the price will go up. So right now it's $18 a month. That price is going to be raised the next time, whenever that is that I open it, but it won't be for a little bit. So you can get into the membership, get the Beginner's Guide to Lace Knitting, the Conquer Cable Knitting Workshop, and your free ticket to the Oops Fix Your Mistakes workshop. Or if that's not the right fit for you, the workshop is available just as a standalone, just to purchase the workshop, and that's just $28, a one-time cost, and no additional charges after that. One other thing I wanted to show you. Um, and we have another comment from Sylvia says, I really love being connected and the group is wonderful. So much information, patterns, knit alongs. You will be happy to join. That's from Sylvia. Um, and I agree with Sally. Jessica has helped me immensely in such a timely fashion. She goes above and beyond. Plus, you get one of her patterns free each month, and those are lovely items. Anna had an important question. She said, if you are already a member, does the price go up for us? So that's a really great question. I'm glad that you asked so that I can be reminded to talk about that. So when you join the Stitch Society, your price will always be the same, no matter what if whatever price changes, you will never pay more than whatever rate that you sign on for. So you don't have to worry about your monthly prices changing. But as I add more things, more workshops, more access inside the membership, um, things are expensive. And time and the value and the content that is inside the membership, your price will not go up. The other thing I wanted to mention, so this price, the $28 for the workshop, when I ran this workshop for the making app, it was a $50 workshop. So you're getting a great deal on the workshop to begin with as an early bird price until March 15th. So you're getting a $50 workshop for just $28. And so the reason that I am, besides that I love spoiling you, the reason that the workshop is $28 is because, as I mentioned in the beginning, I have twins and it is two for the price of two. And they are 11 and they need braces. So I'm really deeply discounting the early bird price. Usually there wouldn't be such a discrepancy in price, but I really want as many of you as possible to take advantage of this great price while it's available. So that is until March 15th. But don't, if you think you want it, don't sleep on it, because I've been there. I was going to sign up for something and I kept, procrastinating, and then I missed out on the special price. So it's $28. It's doublethestitches.com/oops-workshop. And I'll put that clickable link for you. And if you wanted to go directly to the Stitch Society page, if you don't want to, if you know you want the Stitch Society membership, you can go directly to doublethestitches.com/Stitch Society, and that will bring you to the page where you can get all the information about the membership, and you can sign up there. So take advantage of these prices. And Stitch Society members, you'll get a code from me to sign up for the workshop. The last thing that I wanted to show you, let me see if I can share. Let's see what the best way is to share this. I wanted to show you just a peek kind of inside the classroom, because I'm using a new system that I haven't used before, and I'm really, really excited about it. I think that the user experience for this one is going to be so much better. So I'll give you just a quick little tour. Let's see if this will work. Okay, share this tab instead. Let's make sure this this works. Let me take that banner off. Okay, so this is the new membership classroom. Not membership, I'm sorry. This is the Fix Your Knitting Mistakes Workshop classroom. So you'll get login information. So you can log in and you'll see all of, you'll see a picture of me. And then everything is kind of broken down step by step. So there's a welcome message from me. There's information for registering for the Zoom sessions. class materials and swatch homework. So the homework is optional. It's just knitting some stockinette and garter stitch swatches so that you have something ready to go to practice during the live workshop. You're not required to do that. You're not required to practice while we're live. You're welcome to just come and listen and watch, and then from the recording, you'll have the swatches ready to go to practice. Replay access will be in there soon, as soon as we hold the workshop, and then also an easy way to access if you need help with something. So the replay access at first is going to be just the full recording, about 90 minutes or so, the recording of the full class. But I'm going to take that and I'm going to break it down into lessons for you. So I'll give you the full video right away because that's easy. It does take some time to, chop up a big video into individual lessons, but I want to make it as easy for you to access so that you can always come back and refer to a specific lesson. Like if you want to fix a dropped stitch, you'll know exactly where in the video to go. If you did a knit two together, but it should have been a slip slip knit or a slip knit pass, you'll know exactly which video will help you solve those problems. So I wanted to share that because I am excited about the new classroom. I think it is much more user friendly than what I was using before. So that's pretty much all I have to chat with you about today. But I'll hang out if anyone has any questions. I'm so happy to see Stitch Society members here joining us. And I look forward to seeing them all on Sunday. And if you join before um, Sunday morning, because that's Sunday afternoon. So if you join by Sunday morning, I'll make sure you get the link so that you can join us for the coffee chat. And I'll tell you a little bit about what those are. So they're really kind of an informal, casual gathering, get together on Zoom, kind of like a knit night with friends. Um, but it is it's a tight knit group, and we've kind of all been there to support each other. And those are not recorded because I want us to be able to connect authentically without worrying that um, that the recording is being, put out there. We've had members have welcomed preemie babies to their family who have had, health struggles, and so we've kind of been there for moral support and all of that for them. Um, and a member had recently shared her son was having some health struggles and just really needed someone to talk to. And I really have found that yarn people, knitters and crocheters, are really just the best kind of people. I have never met anyone more kind and supportive and loving, and friendly and just willing to be there for one another. Um, and during all of this crazy pandemic COVID stuff, we've all kind of, myself especially, have felt kind of isolated. um and knitting, it doesn't have to be a solitary thing. It's nice to come together. um some members bring projects to work on during these Zooms. Some just come to, hang out in the company of people who kind of speak the same language. So, if you're talking about a project that you need help with or struggling, and needed some, thoughts, you don't have to explain, um, what garter stitch is or what knitting is, or the types of projects that we all work on. So it's a wonderful, supportive community atmosphere, and we do that twice a month. And it's really my favorite parts of the month is when I get to connect with other members. So that's the social stitch sessions. They've also been called coffee chats if you've seen me talk about those before. And then one other quick announcement, and then I will let you all go. Local Yarn Shop Day is coming up the end of April 29th. For those who've been around for a year now or a couple of years, I do something special for yarn shops during that weekend, and I design a special pattern for for the stitch for sorry for local yarn shop day, that if you buy the yarn to knit the pattern that weekend, which is April 29th this year, you get the pattern, a code to redeem the pattern for free from me. Yarn shops are just kind of the backbone of our fiber community. They're really important to me to support. They're small, mostly women-owned businesses, and it is hard to be in retail, and it is hard right now to be in retail. And so it's just a little thing that, I can do as a designer. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for more details about that. And if you are close and have a connection to your local yarn shop, to the owner, let them know that I'm going to be doing the promotion again. Last year, we did my coterie shawl. And I was able to support 165 yarn shops, which really blew me away. It was more than double the previous year, was about 75, and I just want to support everyone I can. And so it's a yarn holiday in the US and Canada, but shops in other countries are welcome to participate too. Just the customers may not know about it. So thank you all so much for joining me. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go add those links in the descriptions of the videos, and I look forward to chatting with you all. If you have a question, again, reach out to me if you have a question about um, the Oops, Fix Your Mistakes workshop or the Stitch Society membership. If you have questions about the Color Crush shawl, there's a help thread in the Facebook group, and I will talk to you soon. So, um, thank you all for joining me on your Friday. Hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.